A stakeholder engagement with members of the Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture earlier this month provided an opportunity for Ministry of Finance technocrats to provide clarity on the government's proposed health and security levy. Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce, Bryant Louisi, says it was a good discussion, with answers being given to the queries raised. The levy was first announced by Prime Minister Philip Pierre in his 2023-2024 budget address.
First, 2023, we shall impose a health and security levy of 2.5% on goods and services, except on food items, medicines, selected building materials, medical equipment, and security equipment.
As outlined in a statement, the 2.5% levy will be applied in goods and services with some exceptions and would be used specifically to finance the health and security needs of the nation. The Chamber's Executive Director, however, says this was not what was shared by the ministry's technocrats, who indicated that the revenue generated from this tax would not have a specific designation.
The business community generally understands why the need for extra revenue, as there is a budget deficit. The business community, however, generally does. And we're hoping that this would have been an earmark tax that would go directly towards improvement in the health and security sectors, where there's an appreciation for that to happen. However, it is indicated that this was not an earmark tax, and it is really just going to cover current expenditures and projected expenditures, and that there would be no specific new initiatives that would have brought in that enhancement.
The business community made the point that the tax as structured, or any tax for that matter at this point, would have some inflationary impact. They also feel that the introduction of a new tax would drive down consumer demand. Another matter discussed was the implementation date, which the Prime Minister had announced as July 1st, 2023. The Ministry of Finance told those gathered that while they are working towards that date, it may have to be delayed to ensure that all the necessary administrative measures are in place and the new legislation has been enacted. Some have suggested January 1st, 2024.
The business community must be given sufficient time to prepare and notice to take action. And we also think that the government itself, the public sector itself, must be given ample time to prepare, because there have been occasions where measures have been introduced and the necessary administrative systems have not been fully put in place, and that has caused challenges for the private sector.
Because of consultation and the need to discuss with the stakeholders and people involved, we have pushed that date to the 2nd of August. The health and security levy will be on the same goods for which we have the value-added tax.
There was an undertaking by the Ministry of Finance to provide clarification to questions which were not answered during the meeting at a later date. Meanwhile, the Chamber continues with its own consultation with its members to get their perspectives on the health and security levy. The feedback as well as suggestions will be shared with the government.